I'm Troy Bradley, and welcome to the Main Roads Safety Training video. If you didn't already know, working on our roads can be a treacherous activity. At any given moment, you can be run over, maimed, or even killed. To avoid these things happening to you, then you must determine the risk assessment factors. You must take into account traffic speed, traffic volume, motorist behavior, low light, weather. Well, that's all we have time for today. I hope you've learned a lot from today's lesson. I know I have. Be sure to catch our other videos. Safety in the office and safety.
Darren. Yes, I have a sneaking suspicion you haven't been paying attention to our safety training video. I'd like you to please reiterate the risk assessment factors.
Risk assessment factors, they high-speed roads, mate. When you're working near a high-speed road, mate, you might have to slow down the traffic if you're working in a close proximity to it. Traffic volumes. Yes, traffic volumes. They increase when the peak hours come in, and you probably should avoid putting your roadworks out there then, mate. It could be dangerous. You also have to take into consideration the width of pavement and also the number of traffic lanes that there are. Also, when working at night time, the site should be adequately lit, yes, and people should wear retro-reflective personal protective equipment, yes, that's good. Also, some motorists resent long, excessive delays at roadwork sites, and they may become aggressive. And if you get some aggressive motorists come through your job site, you should not provoke them. Bad weather. You've got to remember that visibility is decreased in bad weather, and also the stopping distances for vehicles becomes greater. But most importantly, you've got to remember when you're out there on the roads, Elmore, that it's dangerous 24/7. And when we're out there on the roads, we should be diligent and vigilant and watch out for traffic at all times.
Congratulations, Darren. You've certainly come a long way. Everyone, you could certainly learn a lot from Darren. Well done. Now, if we could just get back to our informative and, dare I say, entertaining safety training video.
Boring.
Ed, settle down.
Play it safe, cause safety is the safest when you do it safely.
Look at Stevenson right up alongside him now. That's right on the
Hey boys, check this out.
With record numbers of Main Roads employees fatally wounded this year, and with this latest fatality, the question is being asked, are road workers being as safe as they could be? Joining us today is accident expert Tom Safesteer. Tom, can you tell us about what happened today?
Thanks, Marie. Well, it appears he was a site inspector checking a job site to erect some lighting towers on the shoulder of a main road when a vehicle lost control and ran him over, fatally wounding him. Let's take a closer look and see exactly what happened. Well, it appears the inspector was working here. He was extremely close to the road, approximately 1.2 metres from the traffic, but failed to erect any signage or lane closures. The car swerved from this lane over here, putting it right in the path of the helpless inspector.
How could something like this have happened?
Well, Marie, the tragedy of it is if that the inspector had have followed some of the basic safety precautions outlined in the MUTCD, or the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices, he would have had a lesser chance of getting hit. Let me explain. If the inspector was working in this area here, more than 3 metres out or behind a barrier, there would be no restrictions apart from the use of workers' symbolic signs. If the inspector was working in this area, between 1.2 metres and 3 metres, he should have used workers' symbolic signs, delineated the edge of the road using traffic cones, and reduced the traffic to 60 kilometres per hour. However, because the inspector was working within 1.2 metres from the road, he should have used workers' symbolic signs, delineated the edge of the road using traffic cones, and reduced the area to 40 kilometres an hour, or effected a lane closure using a truck-mounted attenuator. With these restrictions in place, it would have greatly reduced the chance of him getting hit and probably saved his life. This has been Tom Safesteer for A-Vision News.
You won't be the last one either. If you boys don't shape up, what do you expect to learn being cooped up in a classroom? Nothing. Now, let's get this induction properly started and separate the men from the boys. What do we do when working in close proximity to the road?
Look out for traffic, mate!
Brilliant, Daryl. And?
Slow the traffic down or effect a lane closure, sir.
That's right. But just because we slow down traffic does not mean we are without risk. We must also be aware that a vehicle stopping distance is a lot further than we think. To help with my first demonstration, let me introduce Stacy.
Hi, boys.
Now, I need a volunteer. Since I've only just met you boys, I don't want to play favourites, so I'll choose the ugliest. This demonstration is designed to show what distance it requires a vehicle travelling at speed to stop. If you are working within 1.2 metres of the road, what speed should you slow the traffic to?
40 kilometres an hour, or effect a lane closure, sir!
That's right. Now let's see what the stopping distance is of a vehicle travelling at 40 kilometres an hour. Stacy, 40 kilometres an hour. The stopping distance for a car travelling at 40 kilometres an hour is 20.5 metres.
Stacy! Hey boys, where'd that chick go?
Let's up the ante a little, eh? If we are working within 1.2 to 3 metres of the road, what speed must I slow the traffic to?
60 kilometres per hour, sir.
60 kilometres an hour, Stacy. The stopping distance for a car travelling at 60 kilometres an hour is 41 metres.
Yeah, what's that noise, boys? Sounds like tyres screeching.
This is, of course, in perfect dry conditions on a good road with good tyres. Let's see what happens in less than perfect conditions.
Hey, what's going on, eh? Does life being kept in the dark? What's going on? I can hear a car, mate. What's going on?
Maggots, working on the road is a hazardous activity. Not only do you have to look out for traffic, but you also must look out for many other hazards that you will learn firsthand in... Sit.
Well, you boys look like hell. Looks like you put them through quite a workout, Tex. Well done. Headquarters to Elmore. Come in, Elmore.
Go ahead, headquarters.
We've got a situation out on the Ipswich motorway. We need someone to go out there ASAP and fix it. Over. What about Victor or Sonny's crew? Victor's on a lunch break and Sonny's out of range. Elmore, you're the only one we can turn to.
You can't send those boys out to the Ipswich motorway. It'll be fresh meat.
No problem, headquarters. Leave it to me. I got a group of guys here that'll be perfect for the job.
Oh, come on, Elmore, the switch. Are you sure? It's the toughest piece of asphalt in the state.
I'm not sure about anything in this world, Tex, but I'm willing to give it a go. And I'm willing to take a chance on a group of guys that have shown their commitment to safety. On a group of guys that have shown their commitment to the roads and to acquiring the knowledge necessary to working safely. All right, guys, training's over. It's time to hit the roads. Let's go!
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
All right, boys, this is the big one. And can you identify any risk assessment factors?
Traffic speed, traffic volume, road geometry, and motorist behaviour. Looks like peak hour. Traffic density increasing. We'll have to erect appropriate signage.
Okay, good. Barry, what else can you identify?
Well, it looks like we'll be working within 1.2 metres of the traffic, sir. That means we'll have to slow them down to 40 kilometres per hour or affect the lane closure.
Okay, good. Frank, what's the stopping distance of a car travelling at 40 kilometres an hour?
20.5 metres, bro.
Can you identify any hazards?
There appears to be some undulating country, syringes, smoke from fires, disgruntled drivers too.
Okay, good. Daryl, what can you see? We're gonna need lights. Lots and lots of lights.
What are you talking about? There's plenty of light. Daryl's right, boys. It's going to be dark soon, boys. And we're going to have to take appropriate action to ensure that nothing goes wrong. Like the last time.
What could possibly go wrong, Tex? If we stick to all precautions, won't we be safe?
Ooh, I wish it was so, boys, but it wasn't a road just like this one. I arrived at an empty, lonely stretch of the switch after dark to perform some routine maintenance. It was quiet. Too quiet. I donned my retro-reflective gear. I effected a lane closure, set up my taper length and powered up my lights. As usual, I went to work straight away. Everything was going fine until I sensed something. Something was amiss. It was Charlie. He came out of nowhere. Less traffic doesn't mean there is less risk. Even though I'd taken all the appropriate precautionary steps, I didn't take into account that something could go wrong. 100 metres out, Charlie must have dozed off and fallen asleep at the wheel. 50 metres out, he awoke and swerved, but it was too late. I jumped to the curb of the road thinking I'd be all right, but I was sorely mistaken. Unfortunately, I lost my esky with all my dinner in it. So, even though you follow all the safety precautions, there's always a chance of things going wrong, boys. So always be prepared for the unexpected.
You don't need to worry about us techs, eh, mate? This training's been good and I feel safe about myself and me workmates, mate. We're going to make these roads the safest in the state, all right?
Yeah! Right, now let's go! Yeah! Straight after lunch!
Better work!